just dig into how they use technology. So I saw for the first time in like mid 90s, late sort of 96 probably, I saw a high school girl who was a kogaru, and she brought in these, there was like, I used to teach a group of them. They never turned up. That was the problem. They were always out somewhere like outside 7-Eleven or in Shibuya. But when they actually turned up for their lesson, they brought, I remember this one time they brought this like pokeberu, and pokeberu is like one of those sort of like in Japan, they have those mix of words. Pocket bell, like Godzilla. You know?
Oh, right.
So the pocket bell was this pager, and in the old days, pager used to be like numbers. You couldn't actually type in text.
Right.
So, I mean, I did it. I talked about it in this last Asia Tech podcast. Like, for example, you could say, like, meet me at Shibuya at 8 o'clock by typing Shibuya, which was like 468 or 486. I can't remember. Is that right?
Shibuya. Yeah, it's 8. Yeah, so it's probably 468.
468 and then 2000.
What's 200? Oh, because it's the
8
time.
o'clock.
But it's so crazy. How do they know which one is the word and which one is the time?
Oh, well, they just work it out. I mean, they work it out, right? So Shibuya 8 o'clock, right? So, and they knew 468. That's where they all met, right? 468. So you could send a message before text. And the interesting thing about this is that was her dad's pokeberu.
Oh,
and
okay.
her dad worked at, I think, Ricoh, one of those sort of copier manufacturers, really boring, like, you know, like traditional IT company. And the dad would get this pokeberu from the boss, and he would never use it and not know how to use it. And it was there to police him, right? You know, get to the call box to make this call, right? But she would take this thing and realize she could call her friend, or not call it, just send a message, because her friend's dad also had one.
Yeah.
Before mobile phones, before the internet. So they developed this sort of beginning of text speak long before anybody got hold of it. And this was 1996. When I went back to London in late 98, I remember walking into the high street of the mobile phone store, you know, because people started to buy mobile phones then. And I just saw these bricks everywhere. And I thought, oh my God, what is this? These are huge. And they say, like, this is our latest phone. And it was huge. I like now the phones are big, but back then, like, big phones were crap.
Right.
So I remember walking into this high street and I thought, oh my God, I've just walked into the Stone Age. And I thought, I've seen the future. I've seen like teenagers using mobile phones and meeting up through mobile phones and sending messages and so on. I thought that's going to happen around the world. So I thought, well, you know, there's lots of phone companies around. Maybe I can go and tell them about that. So I went like knocking on the doors, and they were saying, oh, we don't do kids. That's what they told me. This is like 1998. And I think, wait, this is the future. Messaging, all that stuff. And they were like, no, like we're all about middle-aged road warriors. They called them road warriors back then.
The business people?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like it was all about, you know, if you're a road warrior, you're an exec on the road, and you would have this organizer. That's all it was about back then. So I was like, yeah, I think I've seen the future, and it's like young teenage girls. And it's funny, like, I think obviously history played out and proved the mobile companies wrong, but how sort of young women, young teenagers even, like, adopt technology and break it to their own purposes. And it's not just a Japanese thing, is it? Like, it happens